Look at behind me. Who's that? It's the healthy ostriches. This is just a little bit of them in the corner. There are so many further back there. The healthy ostriches at Universal Ostrich Farms in Edgewood, BC, which has become the site of policy over purpose, exposing the Canadian government for putting Canadians last when it comes to farming, food, and even scientific and economic freedoms. I'm Drea Humphrey with Rebel News. I've made the journey back out here again to be your eyes and ears after a whistleblower, whose identity, of course, we will not be revealing, has let the farmers know here on this farm that any day now the Canadian Food Inspection Agency could be walking on this farm and slaughtering the herd of ostriches, 400, and they're slaughtering them in the name of avian flu, which, if you've been following this story at our special website called savetheostriches.com, well, you know that they have not been sick for hundreds of days. An illness went through the herd last year, and the last one to show any sign of illness was in mid-January. And what makes these birds so special is, number one, they're not poultry. The CFIA has been mass culling birds, poultry, under the name of avian flu, wiping out farms, hundreds of them. In British Columbia alone, 9 million birds since 2022. These are not poultry. They're also not for human consumption. Their eggs, prior to being quarantined last year, were being used in partnership with Japan, the United States, and Canada to further therapeutics research against viruses like COVID-19. And of course, now the owners have been saying, well, why not avian flu too, since they've had the avian flu? But it seems our so-called public health strong and elbows up Canada are not really those things they want you to believe when it comes down to it, because they're still going to slaughter these research birds, even though the Americans, I'm talking the NIH, the FDA, head of Medicare, Dr. Oz, and the Secretary of Health have all pleaded for the Canadian government, for the CFIA, not to kill these birds and instead partner with them, because now they are survivors. Now, and by the way, many of them didn't get sick in the first place. So they want to explore what made them resistant to the avian flu, which now they all have a form of resistance that they can pass on to their offspring. This is science, but clearly Canada doesn't want to follow the science. So once again, I am here. I had to get the same ostrich mobile as last time. If you weren't following my reports before, when it seemed like the CFIA was going to come in, I came down here and stayed here for almost 2 weeks. And there was a lot of protesters as well camping out at that time, you know, just waiting for the sort of standoff where the farmers are saying, and they're saying it still, come support us, of course, be peaceful, while they were going to pursue legal options. So I'll show you the ostrich mobile. There she is again. And at this point, I have become a master of driving on the wrong side of the road. Because look at that baby. Look where the steering wheel is. Welcome to my crib. Got here late last night, so I has a little seat here, little table for me to work on, and a bed down there. I didn't make the sheets. The sheets came messy like that. And of course, I also had to get Starlink, because in order to get this video up for you, I have to set Elon Musk's Starlink on. Full disclosure, I'm convinced that Elon Musk is in it for the data grabbing. It's conspiracy theory. But his Starlink is what makes it possible for me to get these reports to you. I want to show you what I have in my little fanny pack, too, that I'm walking around in. It's right here. So I'm carrying this fanny pack around in case anything goes down. In it, I have my Rebel News journalist credentials, Rebel News, also with the Independent Press Gallery, because if things go down, I want to be like, hey, I'm press, and see how long that allows me to get by. Of course, I have a battery pack that's been through a lot with me. I have a flashlight. Again, this is a very rural area. If we get pushed off of the property and for some reason I go missing from the crowd, I have no clue while I'm trying to get the shot for you. And I also have another flashlight that can hook on to my phone. And I have a backup phone in here too. I should probably put some sort of granola bar in there. I don't even know. I don't know what to expect. Alls I know, oh, I've got an extra mic in there too. Alls I know is I am prepared to be your eyes and ears should the CFIA dare to come here and kill these birds against the science, against the logic, against the humanity, and against rights. Rights like property rights and farming. So I'm in my new home for who knows how long. I'm, of course, going to speak with the farmers. There's certainly not as many people camping out here. I'll give you a little pan of that right now. So certainly less people than last time. I mean, it's the beginning of a school year. It's the middle of a week. It is the prime time for the CFIA to move in as this whistleblower claims is going to happen. So again, I'm here to be your eyes and ears. And also, I'm going to be talking to the farmers in upcoming reports and some of the people who are here about the why. Many of you are always asking, why? Drea, tell me, why is this happening? They've been healthy for several months. And, the Americans can take them in, and this can bring in, something good economically, even for Canada. I'm going to give you my theory and also theirs coming up. So don't miss those reports and don't miss the opportunity, if you can, to be a part of making these reports possible. It is not possible for us to come out here without believing that you will support the mission. We don't take a penny from the mainstream media. This is a very modest setup in the sense that, yes, it's a camper van, but I got a good deal. He said I cleaned it great last time, so he gave me the same deal as last time. But the reason why I'm not in the affordable motel, which is just a short free ferry away, is because if I get stuck over there, if I'm sleeping over there and something goes down, I'm going to miss what happens. I'm going to miss exposing the CFIA coming in when they think everybody's too busy in the first week of getting back to things after summer in September. I'm going to miss showing the world that, or I'm going to miss another miracle because there's been many miracles and I have been here in the past to capture those in action for you. So if you go to savetheostriches.com and chip in what you can to at least help us cover the expenses. And by the way, the camper van is only about $35 more than that motel. So it really is still modest, but it all adds up when it comes to food. I had to get some groceries because I'm in the middle of nowhere and the Starlink, and just how long I'm going to have to be here. So whatever you can at savetheostriches.com. And I want to remind you there, we also have a call to action. It's a one-click email that applies the pressure, including to Mark Carney, and of course the CFIA, and of course our agriculture minister as well. In one click, you can send a message there saying enough is enough. Let these birds live. Put Canadians first. Drea Humphrey for Rebel News.